Hi everyone, my name is Thang Luong. So I'm going to talk about VietAI now and the future. So this is a picture of the largest conference in AI. You can see that there's a huge screen, a huge audience here, where is a small presenter. So some of you might wonder in this conference how many authors are Vietnamese. So I take a look at this year's. There's a list of papers. So out of 600 plus paper, we have about 19 papers, which is 3% of the total papers. So I think that is not a big number, but it's also a significant enough number because this is the #1 conference in AI. But the next questions I want to ask is how many of these are from Vietnam? So unfortunately, no one. So we have from the US, we have from UK, Japan, France, Australia, and Singapore, but unfortunately no one from Vietnam yet, which is why we founded VietAI, me and Thuc Vu. So our vision is to see Vietnam in the AI world map. So this picture here. So we are building a community of talent and experts like you guys. So let me share with you some story about VietAI through Facebook. Sorry, Google+. So 2 years ago, so this is our gathering event at Stanford. So this is Quoc Lee, he's a very famous person in Silicon Valley and in the world. Me and Thuc Vu, we were talking using OmniLab robot here, and Thuc Vu was saying, let's do something fun together. So we start thinking about that, and then about 7 months later, I started the first pilot class. And these are the very, I would say, heroes of VietAI. These are the person, those guys here that laid the foundation for our class. And I would say that this is the class that teach entirely by them, not me at all, because I'm from overseas. I only give the last lecture. And we have speakers like Huyen from overseas joining us as well. And then this year, we started VietAI. So when I and Thuc put up a call, we're very glad and overwhelmed that 500 people responding to us. They're not only students volunteering, but also researchers, professors, and even managers. These are very exciting. And this is our first class. We started in April. And then people love our teaching team, so some of them draw the picture describing the characteristic of the teaching teams. Some are very strict, some are very friendly, some are, cheerful. So, and then we extending to Hanoi very recently from November by one of our, the student of our first batch. This is very encouraging. Let me tell you about the achievement of VietAI. So from teaching, this is the first thing that we start. So we have been organizing 4 classes. So 3 from Hanoi, 1 from Saigon. And let me just tell you, these are 10-week classes. These are serious classes. They're not just like 1 or 2 weeks. We meet we meet twice per week, 2.5 hours per section. And we do have women in AI here, if you can recognize these faces. And we care about diversity a lot, so we try to encourage women to join us. So right now we're at 8.2% of female students. We have trained more than 100 students, by the way. So we hope to increase this number. I would also call for women just to come and join us, to be part of this community. And we love to have the pay it forward attitude. So our student, 8% of our students, top students, have joined back from the very first class to the second class. And Ngọc here, he's the guy from Hanoi. He flew from Hanoi to Saigon, stayed 3 months to take the first class. And then now he came back and then start the Hanoi chapter. So a big round of applause for Ngọc. So to the second stage on research, we're not there yet, but I want to highlight a few things that we have achieved toward this path. So we have organized 4 tech talks. They are from all over the world. So we have Kenneth from Microsoft Research. We have people from Google Brand, Google DeepMind. We have one person, Hưng, from Germany. We have, and then we have lots of people from Vietnam. We have from startup, Phương. We have from corporation, Yellow AI. And we also have got a university in Vietnam, University of Science, University of Technology, University of Information Technology. And we won the AI challenge. So we won the category of recognizing the voice, the accent of speaker from the north, the middle, and the south. And these are the three persons who won the games, and these are their names. You know, Khả Ái, Khả Vi, và Khả Nghịch. Very cute names in Vietnamese. These are just make-up names, by the way. And you know, we need GPU to do research, to do teaching. So we have built 6 GPUs, thanks to Cambria for the sponsorships. So the first two machines we have Phương and Kiên to build with 2 GTX 1080 Ti. And then the second one, we upgraded to have 4 GPU. But now this one is more challenging because you cannot put them together. It will be too hot. So we have to like do water cooling. And some of our members are very proud of this work. This is assembled by VietAI. And for the future, this is my vision. I want to build an AI lab in Vietnam. So there are 3 elements that I want to highlight to build that AI labs. One is talent, the other computation and data. So for talents, we already set up our foundation class, and I think we're going to open source the class so that everyone can just teach students. We also will try to provide training for universities that want to teach the class. And then the next step I really want to do is to build an advanced class where we will have a focus on different topics like computer vision, language, robotic, and speech. We don't do all of them at once, but we do one by one, very focused. And students will have a chance to compete in leaderboard, and then, if possible, write research paper. And we want to have more GPUs. We want to go from not just 6, we want to go to 100. We would need more, you know, sponsorship from people, from all of the sponsors for the 100 GPUs and the cloud access so that we can do great research. And hopefully, if we can build that infrastructure, we can also share with other people that need the access. And for the data, I think, and we talked a lot about the data yesterday. I think we do want to build data set that's specific to Vietnam, things like translations, or we want to build a better language model for Vietnamese, so you can do a lot of things like, you know, grammar corrections, spelling corrections, or like, you know, you add the dấu câu, điền dấu câu, or you can like even build chatbot, whatever you want. All right, so with that, I just want to wrap up. So in summary, I think we did a good job in putting the foundations, a teaching class in our first year. The next year, we want to do good research. I think this is a core thing of VietAI, so we can utilize good computing powers, and we can also motivate the building of a data set and you know, fulfill the goal of having Vietnam in the AI world map. And we will soon have industry partnership packages, so we can collaborate with industry, you know, so we can solve the output for VietAI students. So thank you.